friends. This is going to be my demo on how to make these horsehair inserts that go into hats. So I have here, there we go. I have this pretty cool felt hat covered in feather tulips. Love this hat. It's really beautifully made with some little stems that are actually spaghetti strap tubes and these really interesting feather leaves on it. But I'm digressing. This hat is really here because it has, I'm having trouble orienting this. It has this horsehair in the back of it. This large piece of horsehair that it used to be white horsehair, and I spray painted it with shoe spray so it would match sort of a platinum blonde hair color, so that you can put hairpins and wig pins through this to hold it on the head. And I'm going to show you how to make one of these in a quality fashion. So over here I have my supplies. I have a flame, which in this case is the candle because we're in my guest bathroom, but we have matches and little votive candles and even a barbecue lighter in the dye shop at work. You need some pliers. You need a needle and thread in a color that vaguely matches whatever horsehair you're going to use, which in this case I have this little piece of horsehair. Some scissors, and I have another pair of pliers just in case I need it. So you're going to start by, let me take my glasses off so I can actually see this. By taking a stitch about 1 centimeter from the end, from the cut end. And I took that stitch and then I went, it's doubled with a knot in the end of the thread, so that I sort of lassoed it. And then I'm gonna put my needle through on the opposite side so that I can pull it up tight and draw it up gathered like this. And then you want to go around that a couple of times. I like to stitch back through the center of the horsehair just for an anchor point. And then you get something that looks kind of like a ponytail maybe. Now this is the dangerous part, so let me put my glasses back on. This is the part where it can get away from you pretty fast. So you can't see it here, but I'm in my bathroom. I have a sink here, and my sink has the stopper and it's full of water, so that if somehow this just really catches wildfire, I can throw it into the water instead of have my house burn down. I'm kind of exaggerating, but not. It can happen pretty quickly. So you want to take your flame and make sure your pliers are nearby. Take your flame and put the horsehair into the flame so that you get a little fire, and it burns up, and then you squish it flat with your pliers. So now you have a flat, stabilized, melted end on this horsehair. But that would get tangled in people's hair. So you fold it, get up here close. You fold it back on itself, so you get a little loop, and then wrap it around a few more times and tie it off with a couple of good knots. And then, once you've done that, let me stabilize this here with another knot so I can put it down. And show you on the finished one in this beautiful purple hat over here. And then that way, once you have it folded back on itself like that, God, I'm having such trouble with the orientation of this so that you can see what I'm talking about. Once you have it folded back on itself, you see here the melted edge is between the horsehair and the hat, rather than sticking to the outside where it will just catch on people's hair. And the goal is to make it not catch in people's hair and mess up their wig or their hairstyle. So that's one end of this. You'd go ahead and do the other end, and then you'd have a little lemon-shaped horsehair insert to place into your hat, as I have done on this purple one. That is the basic horsehair tutorial.